Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I just want to make a quick announcement so that you have some time to prepare if you are interested. For the summer, starting first week of June, I think, I want to do a pretty intense, basically a summer seminar on the Symposium. So this will be like the read-along for Kant's Prolegomena to any future metaphysics. But for folks on Patreon, there'll be a lot more interaction. I might even have some, I am going to have some quizzes, not quizzes like I'm going to test you and give you a bad grade or whatever, but in the sense of like, hey, here's some questions to think about and respond to and really try and get that depth. Because I think one of the things that's difficult for learning, particularly something like the Symposium or the Prolegomena to any future metaphysics for that matter, is there does need to be a certain amount of back and forth. And so I want to kind of up the back and forth, the interrogative nature of understanding a text like this. And by the way, if you've read the Phaedrus, this is what actually Socrates says specifically this. He says you have to do this. So I'm going to listen to Socrates and do what he says in this instance. So what you want to do is get a copy of the Symposium. There's lots of great versions. If you're, for me, when I studied in undergraduate, I had a translation from Benjamin Jowett, which is a little dated, but I'm sort of, it just sort of resonates with me. When I think of Plato, I think of his language and his translation. So that's when you can look for. There's also I think it's Robin Waterfield, I'm going to say, Oxford Classics, Oxford World Classics. But, it's a Symposium. There's lots of great editions, Penguin. And it's available online as well. So, that's another source that you can go to. So, but functionally, just, if you want to participate, which I'd love for you to do this with me, just, get a copy of the Symposium and set aside some time starting in June to read, and we'll jump right in. I think it'll be exciting for me. Although I must say, I don't know why I want to do this in the summertime. I always hated summer school. But now that I'm not in school, I'm kind of like, I think taking some time in the summer to really focus and read one text, not doing a whole bunch of classes and all that, but just one text, and such a great and wonderful and entertaining text, theatrical text, as a Symposium will hopefully be entertaining, fun, enlightening, and be a pleasant way to spend the summer, and also a pleasant way to recognize some of them, just the vast influence that Plato has had on Western civilization, in part because New Testament Christianity, the Neoplatonists sort of wrote the New Testament functionally and its interpretation. And so the way we inherited, not the way it was intended when it was written down, but the way we've inherited those Greek texts is basically interpreted by Plato. And so often when we think we're doing Christian things, we're really doing Platonic things. When we think we have Christian ideas, it happens all the time where I'll hear somebody talking about Christianity and I'm like, yeah, I don't say this out loud because, it's kind of rude, but I was like, yeah, that's not in the Bible. That's just Plato, right? And Plato came first. So the New Testament comes after Plato, and boy, can you tell. And again, then that was interpreted via Plato, the Neoplatonists. And so you're like, man, that's just Plato. Jesus is not Socrates. You're getting these guys, mixed up, but that's all right. We'll just let that slide, right? So it'll give you exciting opportunities to think crazy things like that in your head when people try to explain Christian ideas to you. Anyway, so if you would like to join us for this, I just wanted to give people a heads up so you can get the text ready and clear your mind, clear your notebook out a little bit, and then we'll go to it. So thank you very much. And again, thanks to all my Patreon supporters, by the way, who make this exciting and possible. So appreciate it very much. Hopefully this will be fun. But you tell me, maybe it's a horrible idea.